And good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Mauler's Post Game. And today, I have an actual celebratory post game because the Maulers have won their first game of the year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. The Maulers have actually won their first game of the year. And they won by 1 point, 21-20. So let's give yeah, absolutely. All right. All right. Yay for the Maulers. They are now 1-4. They beat the Houston Gamblers today, 21-20. Uh, I don't know what happened I tell you what. Uh, they started off poorly, right? They really did. They had a missed field goal in the first half. For some strange reason, this team is not a first half football team. I've said this many times. They have to be a 60-minute football team, and they're not. They kind of got lucky today because the defense held them up in the second half. They made some adjustments in the half. They were only down 10-6. So I kind of figured, and then when I saw it was 17-15, I said, well, here we go. And then Houston scored kicked a field goal, and that made it 20-15. Oh no, here we go. Well, this new quarterback, Vad Lee, happened to lead us to a winning touchdown. And Bailey Gaither, he had a ton of yardage today, including this last one. His stats were he went 8 catches for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Bailey Gaither, making his return from injury, decides to have a great game for the Maulers and produce what was a win for the Maulers today, 21-20, and so on and so forth. And I got to tell you, this has got to be happiness in the Maulers locker room because they haven't won a game in 4 games. I didn't know if they were going to win today because of Kevin Sumlin's high-powered offense and Tim Lewis, who is their defensive coordinator. I didn't think they would be able to do anything with their defense. Well, Houston's defense made some dumb mistakes. They had some pass interference calls that cost them, and we were able to get some field goals out of it. We missed one. We have to stop. There's some things the Maulers have to stop doing. Pre-snap penalties are one of them. They have to have consistency. And number 2, they have to stop this stuff. They had better clock management. They almost blew it because of bad clock management. But this Vad Lee, they just brought him in after they cut Josh Love, as I talked about in the pregame. Quarterback Josh Love, they put him on waivers. So here we are. They win their first game today. And it's a great feeling in Maulerland because I am the only media person in this town that does a Mauler pregame, Mauler postgame, and a show. There's no one else around that does it. All right. So that's one good thing about this whole thing. Vad Lee, he was 15 he was 15 for 150 yards. And I got to tell you, this Vad Lee came to play. He also can use his legs. He's not a pocket passer like Kyle Lalata. I like what I see in this Vad Lee. But as I mentioned before, penalties on the defense, the offense, pre-snap penalties. There's some things that they have to clean up. They made some decent adjustments in the second half, which were great. The defense only gave up 20 points, which was great because it was 24 last week. And Hardaway, I was so angry. Hardaway dropped that pass at the 5-yard line right before the end of the game. We actually didn't have to cross our fingers and worry about whether or not they were going to win because you know what? They did win. And it's great. Congratulations to the Maulers for getting their first win of the season. All right. As for Houston, their defense gave up points when they shouldn't have. I'm surprised at Tim Lewis's defense, although they've been losing some close games lately. Oh, excuse me. This was one of them, and so here we are with the Houston Gamblers losing today to the Maulers. Win 21-20. I'm Ralph Williams. This has been Mauler Post Game. I just want to bring you up to speed a little bit. Maulers win 21-20. Thad Lee at quarterback. They brought him in after they cut Josh Love. Hal Lalata had a tough first quarter. Second quarter, they brought Vad Lee in. He drove them downfield. It was 10-6 at the halftime. At least he drove them to 2 field goals. Our field goal kicker, he needs to get with it. He missed one. And I got to tell you, you can't leave points on the field, guys. That's the only problem. There were some big mistakes still made in this game. I think the Maulers kind of got lucky today a little bit. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because even if you didn't have your best game, at least you can get lucky. They got lucky today. They won 21-20 over Houston. All right, don't forget Tuesday night Sports Corner. Me, Ralph Williams. My special guest will be Rick Curdy from the West Coast. Talk about the West Coast football team. I'm having another draft summit. I'm working on getting Steve Baldessari from New England on. I had a gentleman that was getting ready to come on to talk about the teams up in the Upper Lakes area, but he's a Green Bay Packer area to talk with us about Green Bay's draft, but he was unavailable. So Tuesday night, 9:30, definitely be here on live on YouTube and Facebook for that show. Don't forget Sports Corner Saturdays 5 p.m. Don't forget Blog Talk Radio, the Black and Gold Sports Podcast. That'll be on this Thursday. Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and a whole lot more. Myself and Mark Mancini, and we're going to be talking that coming up this Thursday. And also, don't forget about my The Way I See It show every Friday at 7 p.m. It will not be on this Friday. I may tape it, I may not, I'm not sure, because I'm getting married this week coming up, and I really don't plan on doing too much due to the wedding coming up next Saturday. This coming Saturday on May 21st. I am Ralph Williams. This has been Mauler Post Game. Everybody have themselves a great day. Once again, Maulers win 21-20. I'll see you next week for Maulers Talk. Also, Mauler Talk this Wednesday, 4:30, live here on YouTube and Facebook. And I will also see you on for Maulers, the next Maulers game, pre and post game. Have a great one. Be safe.